Hello and welcome to Iconic Empires Influencer TV. We're doing a Facebook Live today. I'm Genine Howard. I'm the CEO and founder of Iconic Empires. And today I want to talk to you about mixing strategy and spirituality. So in my experience of growing my coaching business in particular, quite often I'll swing between the two of spirituality and strategy, and often the twain shall meet. And that's my experience, that quite often you'll have, say, a coach who is really strategic, so they can tell you, how to build the funnel, how to build your audience, how to grow your business. And then you'll have the other side of things, which is the spiritual side of things. You'll have a coach who is very much about getting in touch with your intuition and using that spiritual side to grow your business. What I found, though, is that if you can have a beautiful marriage of both, so spirituality and strategy, which I would also call, say, masculine and feminine. So the masculine would be the strategy and the feminine would be the spirituality. If you can actually combine both of them, you can have a really potently powerful business. And that's what I do. So in my coaching practice and now my agency, Iconic Empires, for myself, what I've found is that when I've dived into the spiritual side of things, I've dived in deep. So, and this is all about going within. So really healing some of those deep wounds, healing those limiting beliefs, then learning how to go with the flow and learning how to trust my intuition. And that has really worked so well for me. It's been able to show up in my business as flow, as ease, as being able to call in ideal clients. It's been able to receive the money when it comes in rather than repelling it. But then I would swing and I'd go over and go, I just need strategy. I just need strategy. So because I dived in so deep into that spiritual side of things, I kind of left the strategy or the masculine foundations behind. So then I go over to strategy, right? All I need to do is figure out my goals, how much money I need to make, build the funnel, do my Facebook ads. And then I focused on that. So which has worked quite well. So done all the funnels, I've really dived into a lot of that training. So I've learned how to do the Facebook ads. I've learned how to build massive funnels, etc. So then we kind of have this swinging of one side to the other, this pendulum of to and fro, to and fro. So is anyone, comment as you're watching this, have you experienced that in your business where you're one side being all kumbaya and with the flow and with your feminine foundations and it's all wonderful, but then all of a sudden you're going, oh, but hang on a second, I forgot about the structure, the masculine side of things. So then you're over here and you're doing every course known to man and you're signing up for every webinar, right? Does that sound familiar? So there's swinging between the two. So then in more recent times, I've learned how to actually use both sides, so the feminine and the masculine, or the structure and the strategy to combine together to really explode my business. So when you have this really beautiful marriage of the feminine, masculine, or the strategy and the structure together, what you find is that, and I've written a couple of notes down here because this is really important when you want to build an empire, that you don't just stay in one or the other. So think about this. The marriage when you're making your goals for your business is that you'll set really clear goals. So it might be a financial figure. So say if you want to build a 6-figure business, you will actually write down, I have built, or this is my goal training stuff, but basically that you want to build a 6-figure business, or it might be a $1 million business. And then by when, right? And so then you'll go into the masculines of like, okay, so how would I do this? Okay, so you map it all out. This is using what I would call the left brain, the analytical and logical brain. It's the masculine, it's the strategy, it's the structure, right? So go and map all of that out, like logically, like how would you be able to grow your business to that specific goal and by when? And then you use the feminine, so which would be the right brain. You'd use the creativity, you'd use your intuition, you'd use your, connecting to source, God, universe, whatever you call it, to then download, okay, intuitively, how does that make me feel, that goal? How would I go about doing that from a place of femininity, from a place of connectedness, from a place of intuition, and map that down and see how you can overlay the both, because one doesn't happen without the other, right? So often intuitively we're doing this anyway. But if you can really map out your business going, okay, I get that I need to be logical. I get that I need to be rational. I need to, have my Facebook ads and my funnel, but then using that feminine side of things to go, okay, is there anything else I could bring in? How does that make me feel? Because if we're not going over here to that feminine side of things in supporting the masculine and vice versa, we actually end up with two different roads, right? And that's the swinging. Okay, so the swinging again, when you go, I just need this strategy, just give me a Facebook funnel, ad funnel, and my life is complete, right? It doesn't just happen like that. You've got to bring in the feminine to be able to be in alignment with that strategy. So if any of you have, oh, thanks, Tara, looking stunning. And my screen's a little bit green, I'm not sure. I've got a new computer. So if any of you have had this real swinging, so, you're diving in deep and you're focused on the figures and you go, right, I want to make this amount of money, and then it's not coming for some reason, even though it sounds like you're doing all of the right things, I would then step back and go into the feminine. So how do you do this, right? So how do you go into the feminine? How do you allow that? So number one is journaling. As simple as this sounds, I've got a stack of journals, they're filled pages and pages and pages. That journaling every day allows me to drop down and feel into what it is that I need to support those systems and funnels that I've got, all right? So journaling it out, and also that will show me what's blocking me. Because remember too, most of us go about our day in an unconscious fashion. We don't even know what's blocking us. So it's about becoming more aware of, oh, isn't that interesting how that's going to make me feel if I have that funnel and it does these things and I show up and I earn more money? How's that going to make me feel? So journal into how that feels for you. I'm going to do something a little bit weird here. I'm going to pop something out of my bra if I can find it. All right, so this is the other thing that I do. Excuse me. This is the other thing I do. I have a pendulum, right? So this is me getting in touch with my subconscious mind, divine source, spirituality, etc. So often if I can't make a decision in my funnels, I'll actually use my pendulum to help me. So I'll go, should I use this copy for my Facebook ad? And for me, a yes, I'm just showing you. A yes would be a good swing. A no for me would actually be a side to side. I'm doing that. So just bear with me, just to demonstration's sake. So for me, I actually use my pendulum all the time. So I literally use it to help me map out funnels. Is this the right photo to use? Is the right copy? I don't rely on it because, really, it's just an extension of my own intuition. So if you haven't used a pendulum before, they're really super cool. If you think about back in the old days when someone would test if you're having a boy or a girl, with a ring on the end of a necklace, that's basically what a pendulum is. So that's a beautiful rose quartz crystal that I've got. It's my brand new one. I just got it the other day because my lovely sunstone one, the kids broke the necklace. So anyway, that's just sitting with all my crystals here. So just to show you what's on my desk too, just to get down with the weave, there's my beautiful plate of crystals. So I've got some gorgeous crystals that are near my computer, just to help with things like alleviating the electromagnetic waves, all of that. Like, there's a whole side to me that most people don't know, because I think I'm very business strategy, which I am, but I marry it with the spiritual side of things. I marry it with a bit of crystals. I marry it with my intuition. I marry it with getting in touch with my Akashic records. If you don't know what that is, put a little comment down below and I'll send you a link of what the Akashic records are. But really, it's about tapping into who you really are from a feminine aspect, the creativity, you know, connecting with source, so that the masculine side of your business, which is the structures, the systems, can actually combine together to be extremely powerful. So try it for yourself. If you want to write any comments down below, if it's too crazy for you, comment too. Look, this is coming from the girl who was, you know, Miss Good Girl, perfectionist, straight and narrow, and, you know, now I'm carrying a pendulum in my bra. All right. Have an amazing day, and connect with us over at Iconic Empires. So we've got a beautiful Facebook group called Female Entrepreneurs Building Iconic Empires. That sounds like you. Go and search that Facebook group out and share with us in there. Otherwise, head to iconicempires.com for the latest videos and blogs from us. All right. Subscribe if you're on YouTube, because this will be popped on later. And yeah, we'll talk to you soon.